60 days of training your business mindset. Learn to spot business opportunities everywhere. No one teaches you how to do business. Yet if you consistently practice the following 5 habits for 60 days, you can develop the mindset of an entrepreneur. Business opportunities exist everywhere. No one is born an entrepreneur. If you currently feel that you don't understand business, it isn't because you're not smart. It's because, from childhood through adulthood, no one taught you to view the world through the eyes of an entrepreneur. Instead, you were taught to study hard, find a stable job, and avoid taking risks. This belief system helps you become an excellent consumer, but it also prevents you from seeing the business opportunities that surround you every single day. When you see someone online sharing that they earn 50 million V&D per month, your first reaction may be, they're just lucky. I don't have the same background or resources. But have you ever considered that they may simply have developed a few thinking habits before you did? An entrepreneurial mindset is not a gift you're born with. It is a set of learned reflexes. Practice these 5 habits consistently for 60 days, and your brain will gradually switch to a completely different way of thinking. Habit 1. Learn to see profit, not just price. An ordinary shopper walks into a supermarket, sees a bottle of drink priced at 20,000 V&D, and thinks, is it expensive? An entrepreneur sees the same bottle and asks, how much did it cost to manufacture? How many middlemen handled it? How much profit did each participant make? How was the final selling price of 20,000 V&D distributed? This may sound abstract, but it's surprisingly easy to practice. Today, whenever you buy something, whether it's lunch, a rideshare, or a cup of coffee, ask yourself one simple question. Approximately how much did this cost to produce, and how much profit did the seller make? You don't need an exact answer. You're simply training your instinct for recognizing profit. After 2 weeks of doing this consistently, you'll naturally begin analyzing the profit structure behind almost every purchase you make. You'll start seeing things that most people never notice. This is the beginning of entrepreneurial thinking. It isn't about learning complicated theories. It's about installing a new filter in your brain. Habit 2. Look for gaps between supply and demand, instead of chasing trends. When most people notice a booming business, their first thought is, I should do the same thing. Entrepreneurs think differently. Their first question is, what's missing? Who isn't being served? Here's a simple example. A bubble tea shop near your neighborhood always has a long line. Most people think, this business is successful. I should open a bubble tea shop too. An entrepreneur asks, while customers are waiting, what do they need? Is there enough parking? Are nearby office workers lacking convenient meal options? Is there an unmet need surrounding this popular business? Business opportunities usually aren't inside the successful business itself. They're often found in the unmet needs around it. Today's exercise: find the busiest business within 3 kilometers of where you live. Sit nearby for 20 minutes. Don't observe how they sell. Instead, observe what customers complain about, what inconvenience they tolerate, what temporary solutions they're forced to accept. Those inconveniences reveal market gaps. Habit 3. Ask who will pay instead of whether something is good. This is perhaps the biggest difference between ordinary people and entrepreneurs. Most people judge a product by asking, is it good? Is it useful? Is it worth buying? Entrepreneurs ask different questions. Who is willing to pay for it? Why are they willing to pay? How much are they willing to spend? You may think a product is excellent, but if nobody buys it, your opinion doesn't matter. The market doesn't care whether you think something is good. The market only cares whether someone is willing to take money out of their wallet. Today's exercise: pick 3 everyday items you own. For example, a phone stand, a vacuum flask, a membership subscription. Ask yourself, why did I pay for this? Was it because it saved time, reduced anxiety, made life easier, or perhaps because it gave you a sense of identity or status? Analyze 3 purchasing motivations every day. Within a month, you'll begin predicting which products are likely to sell and which ones exist only because of wishful thinking. Understanding customer psychology is one of the most valuable skills in business. So, habit 4, follow the flow of money. Instead of looking only at numbers, Someone earning 15 million VND per month may build a successful business within 5 years. Someone else earning 90 million VND per month may still have no meaningful assets after 5 years. The difference isn't income. The difference is understanding where money flows. Most people ask, how much money do I have? Entrepreneurs ask, where does the money come from? Where does it go? Where does it create additional value? Where does it disappear? Where money flows is where value accumulates, and where value accumulates, opportunities emerge. Today's exercise: take last month's spending records. Instead of simply tracking expenses, divide every payment into 2 categories. Category 1, consumption, money that disappears after being spent. Category 2, investment in assets, money that leaves you with something valuable. A new skill, a useful tool, a stronger network, a piece of intellectual property, something that continues creating value. Most people spend around 90% of their money on consumption. This isn't simply a matter of self-discipline. It's because they never recognize the difference between spending and investing. The moment you begin seeing that difference, you're already ahead of most people. Habit 5. Turn information into judgment. Many people watch hundreds of business videos. They feel inspired. The next morning, nothing changes. The problem isn't a lack of information. The problem is the absence of judgment. Information alone has very little value. Your interpretation of information is what creates value. Entrepreneurs constantly gather information, but immediately afterward, they force themselves to make decisions. They ask, should I participate in this opportunity? Can I trust this person? Is this worth my time? They aren't always correct, but they always make a judgment. Then they adjust based on feedback. Most people continue collecting information forever. They keep waiting. They never make decisions. Without decisions, there is no feedback. Without feedback, there is no learning. Today's exercise: after reading an article or watching a video, spend 30 seconds stating one conclusion. Even a simple statement is enough. For example, would this business model work where I live? Do I agree with this person's viewpoint? Why or why not? Make this a habit. Your ability to make sound judgments will improve faster than you realize. A real-life example. A friend of mine worked as a warehouse supervisor for 3 years. His salary wasn't particularly high. Every day, he monitored incoming and outgoing inventory. One day, he noticed something. Large numbers of trucks parked outside the industrial area every day. Drivers often waited 1 or 2 hours before unloading. There wasn't a single place nearby where they could buy a hot meal. Most of them survived on instant food or dry snacks. He applied the third principle and asked himself, how much would these drivers be willing to pay for a freshly prepared meal? He contacted a nearby lunchbox vendor and proposed a simple partnership. His role was only to collect orders and coordinate deliveries. He didn't cook, he didn't prepare food, he didn't open a restaurant. Within 2 months, he was earning nearly an additional 15 million VND every month. He never quit his job. He never officially started a company. He didn't invest any capital. He simply looked at a place he had worked for 3 years through the eyes of an entrepreneur for the very first time. None of these 5 habits require money. They don't require connections. They don't require special resources. They're simply thinking exercises that you can begin practicing today. Many people ask me, what's the biggest barrier to succeeding in business? It's not capital, it's not resources, it's perspective. If you view the world through the eyes of an employee, you'll mainly notice jobs and salaries. If you view the world through the eyes of an entrepreneur, you'll notice traffic and customer flow, costs, demand, market gaps, leverage. The same marketplace, the same contact list, the same social media feed. Some people walk past them every day without seeing anything. Others constantly ask themselves, how does this vendor make money? What business could thrive with this pedestrian traffic? What unmet needs are people revealing on social media? This isn't the difference between talented people and ordinary people. It's the difference created by consistent training. After 60 days, you'll find yourself unconsciously analyzing every business model around you. When you eat at a restaurant with friends, you'll naturally wonder about its profit structure. Whenever you notice a new trend, your first question will become, who is paying for this? That's when you'll realize the transformation has already happened. You didn't suddenly become smarter. Your brain simply started operating on a new system. So start today. The next time you buy anything, ask yourself, how much did this actually cost to produce? Who made money along the way? That single question is enough to begin changing how you see the world. Just start with that.